Are any Halloween urban legends actually true? You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. Although modern Halloween celebrations are largely harmless, they still hold the grisly reputation of ancient origins. Evidence of this vestigial terror can be found in the prevalence of spooky costumes, haunted houses, and horror movies, but it can also be found in lurid urban legends. The stories of serial killers in disguise, razors and apples, decorative corpses, and more. But how many of these stories are just frightening fiction for the kids, and how many are based in truth? Here's where it gets crazy. At least a few have a grain of truth. Take the old story about Tainted Candy. In the urban legend, innocent trick-or-treaters bite into candy or apples to find that these sweets are either poisoned or contain a sharp object like a needle, a pin, or a razor. According to Professor Joel Best, there have been more than 80 alleged cases of sharp objects in food, and almost all of these were hoaxes. However, in 2000, a Minneapolis resident named James Joseph Smith was convicted of putting needles in Snicker bars and handing them out to trick-or-treaters. In that case, no one was seriously injured, but one child has definitely died of poisoned candy. In 1974, Timothy O'Brien died after eating cyanide-laced candy. A stranger didn't give him this sweet. Instead, it was his father. While these are isolated incidents, they have rationalized an at times overblown concern for the safety of children. Second, there's the old story of a hanging corpse mistaken for a macabre decoration. This one is also true, and there are recent examples. In 2005, a woman in Delaware reportedly hanged herself from a tree on the 26th of October. She was ignored for several hours as cars drove by on the adjacent road. In 2009, a man named Mustafa Mahmoud Zayed shot himself in an apparent suicide. His body was on the third-floor balcony for 3 days. Neighbors thought it was a Halloween dummy. In similar cases, pranksters attempting to pull a good scare have also accidentally hanged themselves. There's a pattern here. It seems that one or two isolated incidents is all it takes to provoke a mass panic. This is held true in urban legends about black cat sacrifices as well. There have been reported cases of cat sacrifices around Halloween, but according to sociology professor and cult expert Janja Lalich, these are likely random acts of unkindness rather than organized ritualistic killings of a cult. So it seems that most of the urban legends surrounding Halloween are just that, legends, some with a grain of truth. So rest easy. Your neighbors are probably just hanging dummies from those trees, unless there's something they don't want you to know. But what does the early Christian church have to do with Halloween? Tune in and find out in our next episode.